if I talk about scaling the business, there are 5 layers of any business. Number 1, if you are adding employees without AI and automation, you are building a sandcastle in a storm. If you are worried about scaling your team and losing culture, take this advice. When you look after your existing clients, and what they will do is they will become your basically marketing managers and referrals to others. You can turn complaints into compliments. I can give you one incident. There's a suburb called East Lakes in Sydney. I am Zaffar Khan. Welcome to Zaffarology. After building multiple businesses, starting as a taxi driver training and scaling into multi-million-dollar success, I have learned the exact frameworks that can make any business a success. If you are a business owner who's tired of the guesswork and wants proven strategies to grow and scale, you are in the right place. Let's turn your vision into thriving business. Scaling from 1 employee to 2,400 in just 4 years sounds impossible until you break it down into systems, leadership, and the right hires. In this episode, we are driving into the exact strategies that made this growth possible without losing control, sacrificing quality, or breaking the business. Hi, beautiful people. I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a company. They wanted to start a business. They had no employees. And it was in 2010, they heard about one industry. 2013, they started a company. Then they did not start the business until April 2020. Then they thought we should start a business, start conducting business in April 2020. And that was the start of COVID-19. The whole world was was very much in a problem and doubts. Some people think the world is going to finish because April 2020, it was full on all the COVID-19. And I, as corporate strategist, I thought I give an advice to people around me to start the business right now. Everybody was against this idea, except one, Mr. Latif. He said, let me start it. And we were hiring people on Zoom because you are not allowed to meet anyone. You know, you are not allowed to meet in those days. So we started with 1 employee, then 2, then 15, then 20. The thing is, guys, can I tell you one thing? How you make your muscles. Lots of people will think, oh, you go to gym regularly, you will make muscles. I don't think so. Gym does not make you muscle. If you go to gym for 300 years, still you can't make muscle. But when you go to gym and you try to lift weights, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 100, oh, you can't do any more. That is the time you make muscles. When you can't do it anymore, you get out of your comfort zone. You get out of your coffin. I call it comfort zone is equal to coffin. Then you build your muscles. And it was the time nobody wanted to start the business. Everyone wanted to finish the business. Some people were trying to commit suicide. Victoria only, 300% suicide rate gone up. Here we were, starting the business in Victoria, starting the business in South Australia, starting the business in different parts. So everybody was going in one direction, we are heading the other direction. We were going forward, majority of people are going backwards. That's how we started, and that's we build up the muscles. And that today, April 2020 and until now, we have over 2,400 employees. And we are proud of this fact that we have. But this was not only one single action. We have, you have to do different things, AM planning, PM achievement. You got to have, how our brain works, brain work in your favor. You got to have meetings with execution plans and execution and hiring. Obviously, was there any issue with hiring? Yes, there was an issue in hiring. We were not hiring right people. Then we were changing it. Then we put lots of training in place into it. Because I strongly believe hire fast, fire fast. I do not believe hire slow. Because if you try to hire slow, good people, intelligent people, and wonderful people will not stay. Somebody else will take them. They don't stay out of the job, which are good people, So hire fast, fire fast. But put into place some systems in place, some discussions in place. Before you hire, you say what your expectation is. If you want a daily report, and ask them, are you okay to give daily reports? When you hire them, put them into a training. Once again, one of the major factors is this one as well. You give your employees training before you put them on a job. Second part is training. Third part is training. Training, and training. And after giving the training, evaluate them. Check them whether they have understood or not. If they haven't understood, go back to training again. If they understood, then you place them in a job. When you place them in a job, then you expect some results, and every fortnightly performance management. Not monthly, not yearly, not 6 monthly. I heard from all the major companies, they do the performance management yearly. I like to do fortnightly. What a big difference. 12 months performance management. Usual people do it. And I'm saying do it fortnightly, with respectfully. And when you do the performance management, what you expect from them, you ask your staff member or employee, get their input in there. Are they comfortable to bring that result? If you get their consent, then put them in every fortnightly, ask whether you have achieved or not. If they haven't achieved it, try to support them, help them, empower them, And if they achieved it, that's wonderful. Celebrate, and reward them. So that major part was, it's once again, the real success formula is 8 pillars of business success, which you can download free from zaffarkhan.com, ZAFFARKHAN.com. It's a free of charge, and my charges are only, I want you to think of me, give me, wish me good luck. And that's it, basically. We started with 1, and slowly we increased staff members. Slowly, yeah. If I talk about scaling the business, there are 5 layers of any business. 5 layers. Number 1 is the responsibility. Responsibility means doing things. Somebody's working. Responsibility. When there's a responsibility, there have to be sustainability after that. When there's a sustainability, it does not come without accountability. So to have the responsibility to sustainability, you have to put between accountability. So responsibility, accountability, sustainability. When there's a sustainability, then you can say it's you are going, before you automate your business, it's going to scalability and then automation. Once again, I repeat 5 layers of business. Responsibility, accountability, sustainability, scalability, and automation. So these are the 5 major layers of any business at all. So when somebody is doing responsibility, and the next one is accountability. Everyone should be accountable to bring results to the company. Every single staff member, whatever their job is. Of course, our major focus is towards sales and marketing. But not only sales and marketing, there's a back-end staff as well who can help the sales and marketing as well. You have to improve that side as well. So everyone have to do their work, their job. When you have a responsibility, and then when there's the second part is accountability. When the accountability is done right, that will drive you to have a sustainability. When further accountability is drive, itself business will tell you need more staff members, because you are doing from the start, from the beginning, you can't reach there. You have to reach first, accountability side. Accountability is the way, if the more people are accountable and they're providing results, you need more staff. Expansion will be there. Because after accountability, there will be sustainability. When there's a sustainability, there will be itself, the business is going towards the profitability side of it. But it's not possible at all without accountability. You can achieve anything in any part of the business. So when this accountability is done more accurately, more frequently, at least once a week. For sales and marketing, accountability have to be on daily basis. Rest everything can be on a weekly. We have like 2-minute huddle meetings. That's called its accountability meetings, basically. When we give them the project, they have to say whether they have completed or not completed or the next date. When you can have the business expansion is not possible without sustainability. Lots of businesses make mistakes. They like to make overnight money, overnight millionaires, overnight go up to the, no. Don't go to that one. Go to just the next level, sustainability. Sustainability means in simple English, in simple words, that business can sustain, that money is coming, expenses, business is sustainable. If the business is sustainable, itself business will keep going upwards and very slowly if you pay attention towards the accountability side of it. There's more business is sustainable, more accountabilities. If there's a more accountability, then sustainability will slip towards the profitability. When the business will become profitability, you need one more staff. Is the further profitability, you need one more staff. So simple as that. When you have more profits itself, business will drive itself, And once again, if I recap the whole thing, you have to focus on to have the business sustainable. When the business is sustainable, next step itself, business will slip in towards the expansion. Expansion means you need one more staff or two more staff. More accountability is there, more the higher you will fly. If everybody is accountable, the business will go like that. But if one person is accountable, business will go a little bit up. Make sure every single person in your organization is accountable, including you yourself, including the owner as well. If there are more accountability is there, nothing can happen without accountability. Accountability brings sustainability. Accountability brings profitability. When the more accountability, when the profits come, itself, it will tell the business needs more staff. And it happens slowly, more staff. But make sure when the business expand, foundation have to be very, very strong. You can't expand the business. You can't build the big building of the business. And if there's no foundation, it can collapse. The more you try to increase your business, you have to focus on foundation side, to management sides, operation side, accounting side, business check side. There's so many things you have to keep doing it on operation side. But when the business expand, try to delegate that job to somebody else who've been there, done that operations. When you bring skilled people in your company, doesn't matter you are skilled or not. Just anything you can't understand, you don't know, just delegate. When you delegate and when the business becomes sustainable, it's more affordability that you hire more staff. And then you delegate. One time should come, even delegate your job to somebody else. Major shift to go to the next level was only major shift was AM planning, PM achievement. When you do the AM planning and PM achievement, you will hear me this word saying millions of times. This is only to bring the money to the company. If the more money come to the company, then what you have to use this money, not to go overseas, not to buy nice expensive cars. With this money, use to get beautiful staff members, more staff members, the right people to the company. When you bring the right people to the company, you are heading towards the right direction. If the money comes and you waste your money on your dresses, on going overseas, on holiday and enjoy, and you waste your money, you are inviting disastrous situation for you and for your business. But with that money, bring more delegation to beautiful people and bring more people, capable people in your company. And make sure those people must have skill and will. They have very intelligent people and they know what they're doing, but at the same time, they have values. But when the businesses grow up, then what you can do is you can have some people who have values and they have shortage of skill, put those people with those people, under those people who have values and skill. They can teach them. They can make them the skillful person as well. That is the only way to develop, one by one, not overnight, slowly. You build home one brick, second brick, third brick. You can't just overnight you can do everything. Yeah. What you need to do is what you got already, what clients you got already. You got to have a relationship, appoint a relationship manager there. That relationship manager can be yourself or somebody else. Their job will be to the existing clients, look after them, not to expand the business, not to bring more business to them. Have a relationship with them, have a rapport with them, and asking them 2 questions. Is there any issue with our services, or how we can improve it? If they bring any complaint to you, what you need to do is instantly try to fix that complaint. If you can't fix it instantly, that complaint, if you receive an email, phone call, I suggest within 5 minutes you should respond to that complaint within 5 minutes. And of course, common sense have to be there. And if that complaint, you promise them that you are going to fix it and it takes many days, make sure be in touch with them on a daily basis that you have not forgotten their complaint. And if your existing clients are there and you look after them instead of going for the new clients, and there's no way in the world, no one can stop you expanding. You will become unstoppable if you look after your existing clients. When you look after your existing clients, and what they will do is they will become your basically marketing managers and referrals to others. And the issue we have is this: we get the existing clients, we put the money in our pocket, and we say, thank you very much. Now we go to find the new clients. We don't really care about the complaints. You can turn complaints into compliments. I can give you one incident. Listen, building a business isn't about luck. It's about having the right blueprint. I have spent years scaling many companies into a multi-million-dollar empire. And I have put everything I have learned into my latest book, 8 Pillars of Business Success. It is the exact framework I use to build, grow, and dominate in business. If you want real strategies that actually work, this book is your recipe. Everything you need to grow is one click away. Get your copy now through the link in the show notes. Back to the episode. There's a suburb called East Lakes in Sydney. I was living in that suburb. It was a 1-bedroom unit, and I was teaching people taxi tuition there. And I was focusing uni students. And lots of students were coming to me to get the taxi license and to learn how to get the taxi license. Even they were coming at 8 p.m., 9, 10, 11, 12, midnight. Because I was single, it was 1-bedroom unit, and students were keep on coming and going. And all the block of units, my neighbors thought that I'm doing prostitution business there. They complained to the owner. They said, this man does this kind of business. The owner rang me. He said, oh, I know what funny business you do there. I said, tell me what funny business I do there. He said, you do this. He was very honest. I said, no, I don't do that. I teach people taxi course. You can come to my room and have a look. He saw 4 computers and taxi questions, answers. So he believed me. So my name was clear. So I was only teaching taxi tuition. But he said, if you want to do the taxi business, get out from here. Go to a commercial building. Then I went to a small office in a commercial area. Then the 2nd building, then the 3rd building, then the 3-story building. I became the largest in Australia. I was accredited by the New South Wales government in the whole state of New South Wales. Anyone who wanted to get the taxi license, they had to come to go to the cab charge, taxis combined, or myself. And I captured 95% of total New South Wales market. Guys, all that happened because of complaint. I turned that complaint into compliment. If I would get offended about that complaint, and maybe my story was going to finish in that room and I wasn't going to expand my business. So that complaint, I took it seriously, and I gone out of the units and got the 1 bed, 1 small office, then the 2nd, 3rd, and so on. So always remember that complaints are beautiful. Complaints are juicy. Complaints take you to the next level. When you see complaints, face them. When you see complaints, fix them. Your business on the basis of complaints. Complaints take you to the next level. Complaints is the only way you can go to the next level. Complaints are new ideas. Do not turn away from complaints. Face them. And as soon as we were growing, we thought how we can make them put together. We had an idea. We started every Wednesday lunch in all of our offices, 12 to 1 o'clock. By the way, all listeners, you are more than welcome to come to our lunch, but ring us first because we have to organize your food. So every Wednesday, we have lunch 12 to 1. In that 12 to 1 o'clock, we have a free lunch and all the staff members get together. Sometimes our oppositions and our competitors, we invite them as well. We tell them, there's too much in the marketplace. Let me not compete. Let me collaborate. Let we respect each other. Let we work together. And in that 1 hour, we talk about personal development. We talk about if you want to have good relationship, develop relationship with your members of family, develop yourself. If you have a better relationship with your wife or partner, develop yourself. If you want a good relationship with your staff members and employees, develop yourself. If you have a better relationship with your sons and daughters, develop yourself. So I give you an example. It was just before Christmas. I have 3 beautiful daughters, and we have one WhatsApp group. I told them, why not we should go for lunch on that particular date, but I don't want my grandson with that. I have beautiful 3-year-old grandson, and I play with him. I love him. And I said, don't bring him. It's a 2-point agenda between daughters and dad. I know that I'm not a perfect father. I need to improve. In that, you can tell me how I can improve myself. And tell me anything at all, and I'll be like, look, like your, friend there. I will not get offended. Anyway, we met, and we had a lunch together, and we spent, I think, 3-4 hours together after lunch, and we had a discussion. And the same thing I did with my beautiful wife. I said, Veena, can I have a coffee with you in a coffee club? But you're going to pay for my coffee. We had a coffee together, and I drink coffee. She takes only tea. So I said, I know that I'm not the perfect husband. How I can improve as husband? And today, I promise I don't get offended at all. You say anything. So this way, what happens is there's only one way to improve. Change to improve. Change for the sake of, not change for the sake of change. Change to improve. Develop yourself. So when the staff members are increasing, you want them put together. Then we talk about in that 12 o'clock every Wednesday when we have lunch. We are a national company. We have lunch every Wednesday, every major city. When we have lunch, we talk about forgiveness. We say, if somebody hurts you, and what you need to do is just ask them, can I buy you tea or coffee? Take them out somewhere outside the office. Say, you hurt me badly, but I want to be your friend. Why did you hurt me? I like to be your best friend, and I want to talk face to face. So if people hurt you, forgive them and talk like that face to face. Do not ignore them, but talk, but talk respectfully. What you say is only 7%, figure says. How you say is 93%. Say, what you say is, say nicely, respectfully, and talk about forgiveness. And so on. So we talk about these things, and we say, okay, please write down one small what you have done something for others last week. Even something very small. Say, just for example, you are going to have a coffee. Ask your colleague, would you like a cup of tea or coffee? Should I get you one? If you are at home, if your toilet roll is finishing, why not change it yourself rather than going to the next one? So what I'm saying is this here, you collaborate. What you give, you get back. You have establish a culture of care, respect, and liking each other, giving favors to each other. If you have this kind of culture, you can expand like a family. You can expand like anything. And you will find in that culture, over 90% people will be nice and beautiful. And somebody will not be nice, cannot stay with you. The culture will, filter the thing. I think systems are very, very important part. It's without systems, systems and processes. Processes means one thing which is repeatable, how to do it. And collection of processes is called system. So you need to have process for everything, which is repeatable. Anything is a repeatable process. If you write down steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that you have written down, that can be electronical, that can be, just on the paper format. When you write down those processes, Even 40 years experienced person right now in process. If that person gone on holiday, you can put 14, 15, 16, 17 years of age, 16 years old boy, girl, they can do that same process. So each department should have pilot and co-pilot idea. Or you should teach this part that if one person is on holiday, other person can take over their job. So this is like pilot and co-pilot idea is wonderful thing to have it. Even in small companies can have as well. But like if a few people are doing each other's job, but they have to complete their job first. You cannot give favors to your colleagues without completing your job. You need to complete your job first, then you support others. So pilot and co-pilot idea is a wonderful thing. Yeah, I think if you want to develop your business these days, you have to use technology. 1 to how many percent? 100%. If you do not use technology, you will become Kodak. Kodak was one of the leading companies, finished now. You will become Nokia. People who do not update their knowledge. I would say in each business, have a department of AI. Bring some AI tools in each department. Try to research each tool, how you can bring AI into your... AI is very good idea, but you have to have the human interaction have to be there. Any tool you use under AI, you have to filter through your own self as well. You can't have 100% AI do everything. Lots of times people think you need to have a people in place, technology in place, and process in place. These three things. I would say people, number one, second people, and third people. But of course, technology, who's going to use the technology? People is one. To having that technology, and they should be able to use that technology. Before you introduce any technology, make sure you train them first. You train them second time. You train them third time. You train them 10 times. You train them 20 times until they understand the technology. If they don't understand, they don't learn, they will not use that technology. Otherwise, you will be spending lots of money on technology and nobody's using. What's the point if nobody's using? So before you bring the technology, make sure they learn that side of it. And my thinking is to teach technology, teach them only three things only, 3 features of any technology. When you teach 3 features, ask them what are these 3 features are. It can be very simple, how to log in even. 3 features. Once you teach them 3 features, teach them another 3 features only. Don't teach the whole thing together unless you know somebody's IT guru and IT guru can do it, that's fine. But I'm talking about average people like me. My qualification is I'm taxi driver. So I'm talking about this level, just teach only 3 qualities of any software or any technology. Then once you teach them and they learn it, then again teach them 3 further features of the software or AI. When they learn, again repeat all those 6 and evaluate those 6 things whether he has learned or not. Then 3 more. So bit by bit, it's like having a loaf of bread. You can't hold the 20 or 2 pieces together in your mouth. Have 1 bite size, 1 bite, 1 bite, 1 bite. But here in technology, I would say teach and evaluate 1 bite. Teach and evaluate 1 bite. And once they learn and they know how to use it, you got it. There's no point introducing technology if you don't have the implementation plan, execution plan. It is like there's no point going in the marketplace and getting lots of customers if you can't fix up when the clients come to you, how to fix them, how to look after them. Have that system first, how to look after them, then go and get the clients first. It's lots of time, another people make mistakes, they get the clients, they can't handle them. How to handle them have to be first. Then getting clients have to be second. How to implement the technology have to be the first, technology have to be second. You have to get them mentally ready that they will be embracing that technology. Without technology, we could not do it. It was not possible to do it. You don't do business on your memory basis. Even business should be like that. If somebody dies, business should not be affected at all. And that is only possible with technology. Who is doing, what they're doing, where they're getting, who is the responsible person, who is accountable person, who is guiding person. And then you got to have efforts in there. You have to measure their efforts. And then results, of course. Anything cannot be measured, cannot be improved. So all that have to be done on technology based. Definitely 100% credit goes to technology on that side. How we hire fast, okay. If you meet someone, just what you need to do is very quickly, on phone call, get their reference check on phone call. Not via email and stuff. When you do everything via email, it takes a long time. When you make phone call and other people can tell you that person is good, bad, or whatever. Even the previous employer even given him the good letter of reference, but verbally will tell you. And you have to ask 2-3 major questions. What you think about that person? Why did he leave your company? Or why did you kick him out? Or whatever the situation was. Would you hire him back? Basically 3-4 questions. Or you can ask many more questions, but these are the basic questions. And when you get the reference, it means now and then you can talk to that person, say, we are hiring you, we expect from you this thing. You have to do this kind of efforts, 2 meetings a day, or whatever you are hiring for, you ask them expectation. Then ask them, you have to write down those ones. Then you put in, not only in interview, then when you appoint, give them the letter of appointment, you mention that. When you give them the letter of the employment contract, mention that. When you give them induction, mention that. When you give them training before you put them on a job, mention that. When you evaluate them, mention them. When you put them on a job, mention them. But make sure whatever they're doing, get their input as well. Get their consent as well. They have all rights to make a little bit plus minus. And this is to start with involving them in the decision making, what they want to efforts for and what they want to achieve. Only one quality I would ask them. I will ask them, have one quality of change. Nobody can improve their life without change. But not change for the sake of change, but change to improve. We are human. We are not perfect. If we realize that we are human, we are not perfect, but one quality if we have, change to improve, I can tell you guys, we will no longer human, we will become perfect. Not perfect, very close to perfect. I don't believe being perfect. Perfection is the lowest standard to achieve anything. But I believe in improving everything. But once you realize, you right, left, and center, you search to improve yourself. If you are sitting with young people and youngsters and boys and girls and seniors and juniors, you can learn everything. Even if there was one wise man, his name was Sadi. Somebody asked him, where you get that wisdom from? He said, I was living with stupid people. That's how I got my wisdom from. They said, how? How come? Usually you get your wisdom when you stay with the mentors and successful people. If you stay with stupid people, how you can get the wisdom from? How come you get the wisdom from stupid people? Say, whatever they were doing, I wasn't doing it. So I learned from that side. So it's people who are successful, what they teach you, you learn from them. And people who are naughty, you see their naughtiness, you don't do that, you learn from them. So you learn from right, left, and center and change to improve. And this way, there's no end. You can learn all the time. If you have this one single quality, as an owner, in any part of your life, as a husband, as boyfriend, as girlfriend, as any partner, change to improve. You change to improve. Not your partner change to improve. You change to improve. It's like a potato in a boiling water. You put potato in a boiling water, you know what will happen? Hard potato will become soft. Boiling water was the same. Outside condition was the same. But inside change becomes soft. Same, you put the egg in the boiling water, 12 minutes. And egg, before you put in the boiling water, egg could be smashed when you fell off. When you put in the boiling water, after 12 minutes, what will become? Egg will become harder. Outside external condition was the same. Boiling water. For the egg, boiling water was the same. For the potato, boiling egg was same. But what happened? Potato became soft. And egg became hard. Change yourself, you will change everything around you. Scaling isn't about luck. It's about systems, accountability, and right team. If you want real growth, you need structure, not chaos. Now, go build your team the right way, and I will see you in the next time. Thanks for tuning into Zaffarology. If you found value in this episode, the best way to support the show is by leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. For more content, find me on all social media platforms or visit zaffarkhan.com. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep smiling. I will see you in the next episode.